What I am about to reveal will make your ex regret breaking up with you so much that he'll come crawling back to you. Here's how. In a minute, I'll make you text a few hidden questions to that long-lost man you miss very dearly. These questions flood his brain with such addictive chemicals that first he'll silently forgive you, and then he'll obsess over you so much that he'll forget every other woman and won't stop chasing you until he gets back with you. Just try this. Text 3 hidden questions that I'll share with you soon to that ex who got away, and wait a little. The moment he glances over it even once, a sudden wave of desire for you will race through his entire body, which will grow second by second, dominating his senses and overpowering him to such an extent that at first he'll start to obsessively miss you, and then he'll feel the strongest compulsion of his entire life to speak to you again. And eventually it will snowball into such a deep obsession that he'll literally push away his current partner, desperately begging you so you would give him one last chance. Just use these questions once, and that ex who had completely forgotten you years ago will now turn restless, eager, and wanting more and more of you like a drug addict craves crack. This works even if you think it is next to impossible that he'll ever talk to you again. In fact, even if you begged and pleaded and fear that you've ruined your chances with him, this will still leave your ex so mesmerized that he'll start doing silly things to win you back. May it be calling you 1,000 times a day, showing up at places where you least expect him, or even getting on his knees literally begging you for one last chance. How can I be so sure that this works? Well, because it worked on me. Here's the story. I still remember that day as if it was just yesterday. I had a whole conversation planned. I was finally going to let my girlfriend of 6 years, Samantha, know that I was leaving. I won't lie, but my heart had started to wander, and I didn't feel anything for Samantha anymore. I just didn't enjoy being with her anymore. She could be next to me, but a part of me still felt lonely. So, with a lump in my throat, I just flat out told her that we should end it. On hearing me, her face turned white and her eyes grew large and intense. "How could you even do this to me?" she screamed. "You can't leave me," she whimpered as tears began to fall uncontrollably down her face. But being as cold as ever, I couldn't help but say, "You're going to have to accept that it's over between us." Samantha started turning more and more desperate by the moment, so left with no other option, I headed towards the door. My legs felt eternally heavy as I forced myself out of this situation, but I knew this had to be done. Over the next few days, Samantha left repeated pleading messages on my phone, but my heart was convinced I was never going back to her. She obsessively called, cried, begged, and on some days even hung outside my apartment. Every time she texted or called me, I felt a twinge of emptiness and dullness inside. Every email or text she sent me felt like going through pure torture. Honestly, she was getting in the way of me and other women. But after about 3 months, she finally vanished from my life. I felt no guilt or shame. Actually, I felt relieved. But it all changed one evening when she asked me a question over text. The moment my eyes scanned this question, my face suddenly turned warm and very intense feelings started racing inside me. I couldn't help but reread her words over and over again, as I felt this unbearable urge to see her again. I can't quite explain it, but within 40 minutes of reading this, I felt like I'd go absolutely crazy if I don't meet her immediately. Something was pulling me to Samantha so irresistibly that my hands automatically dialed her number and I literally begged her to meet me. One question led to the next, then another, and suddenly I started feeling that I was reconnecting with a missing part of my soul. Now, I just couldn't have enough of looking at her as if I'd never seen her before in my life. Somehow, she appeared even more attractive than I had remembered. Although our meeting was a brief one, that evening I just couldn't sleep and kept staring at her pictures on my phone until old memories of her flooded my brain. I remembered how we used to make each other shiver with just one look. I remembered how we used to act all goofy and dance all over the house. And suddenly, I had loving flashbacks of her eyes, her smile, her sassiness, even all the cute facial expressions she made, everything. Over the next few days, my obsession grew to unbearable heights. I just couldn't stop planning and plotting, always finding ways to have some time with her. Although I had known her for years, but somehow it felt like we were meeting for the very first time. We shared the same late-night laughs and trips to our favorite seaside spots like we used to in the past. I'd randomly text something cute to her in the middle of a busy day just to see her smile. If we weren't dancing passionately till the early hours of the morning, we would be spending all nights talking on the phone. Although I was seeing another woman at the time, but now I just couldn't get myself to feel anything for her. But whenever I thought of Samantha, it felt exciting. It felt right, and honestly, I had fallen in love all over again. One evening, we were looking at our old pictures on her phone when suddenly her cheek brushed with mine. It felt so warm, so tempting, so unbearable that I just could not hold it in anymore. In a sudden rush, my mouth automatically moved as I confessed in desperation. Being away from you was like being in hell. I really miss you that much. I just can't stay away from you anymore. Please, never push me away. Give me another chance. And before I could utter another word, she kissed me. The feeling of her soft lips on mine proved that I was no longer in love with her. In fact, I was now madly, terribly, and downright crazy about her. We spent the next few weeks like two magnets that couldn't keep themselves away from each other. Then one fine day, out of the blue, Samantha started to cry and confessed that after I abandoned her, she was in such intense pain that she could barely function. Therefore, she got some help and used something called hidden questions on me to get me back. On hearing this, I wasn't mad. I was rather grateful. Grateful because if she hadn't done this, I might have lost her forever, and that would have been the worst decision of my life. But now I was extremely curious, so I asked Samantha to tell me the entire story. She told me that after I broke up with her, she turned so depressed that she almost thought about walking straight into a psychiatric unit at a hospital. But that's when her cousin introduced her to Ryan Hall. Ryan was a master of text hypnosis. Samantha attended his 3-day seminar, where he did something truly remarkable. On the first day of the seminar, Ryan made one of his clients text an innocent little question to her ex who left her 19 months ago. And by the end of the second day, this man miraculously texted this client saying, "The moment I read your question, a feeling hit me so hard that I couldn't handle it. I am literally going crazy without you. Please forgive my foolishness. Can you please meet me just once?" Samantha just couldn't believe this, but then this teacher explained that when a man has fallen out of love with you, you just need to remember one important thing, that this very man was in love with you at some point in the past, and that memory is stored in his emotional database. All you truly have to do is reawaken this memory, and he'll suddenly start to feel this overwhelming urge to get back with you, and will even feel that getting back with you is 100% his idea. The only way to reawaken this is by asking him some very unique questions known as hidden questions. These hidden questions send a secret message through a man's central nervous system, signaling the cells in his brain to rewind to old loving feelings he used to have for you. This immediately puts a man into an impulsive state where images of you flash on the screen of his mind repeatedly, and his body will flood with addictive love chemicals, urging him to desire you in all manners all over again, leaving him with absolutely zero desire for other women. And here's the best part. Now he will fall all over in love with you again, but with 10 times the intensity, because these questions activate same impulsive neurotransmitters that are active when someone is addicted to drugs. In short, he will feel so love-possessed that he won't be able to stop himself from obsessing over you, and will do whatever it takes to have you back, even if it means breaking up with his current girlfriend. Ryan gave Samantha these same questions, and that's how she was able to reawaken my old attraction for her and pull me back. This inspired Samantha so much that she turned this from just a one-time thing into a full-time obsession. After about 4 years of studying all this, she carefully took notes, wrote day and night, and finally had a complete guidebook that she named Pull Your Ex Back, Hidden Questions That Get Your Ex Back. With the help of Ryan, Samantha made it her life mission to help other women in similar situations. She first helped a 47-year-old woman named Anita who at first tried being friends with her ex, but all this did was push her further into depression, because this man just kept going out with other women right in front of her eyes and she couldn't do anything about it. She casually tried the "miss me now" question, and her ex emotionally confessed over text, "I don't even know how I could be so stupid forever letting you go. What you wrote made me realize how lonely I've been without you. I want you to come back. Can we please talk about this?" Then there was Alicia, who had turned into a literal stalker after the breakup. All she did from the time she woke up till the time she went to bed was check her ex's social media updates. She was secretly waiting for her ex to break up with his current girlfriend, because deep down she felt that someday, some way, he might come back to her. Samantha made her try the gift of good feelings question, and this very man suddenly showed up at Alicia's doorstep and nervously confessed, "I know I've hurt you. I done crazy things without even thinking about your feelings. I am sorry I wasn't the man you expected me to be, but if you give me another chance, I'll prove it to you." Samantha also shared this with a woman named Lana, who was attempting to get her long-distance ex back, but he was just ignoring her. Lana used the emotional cleanup question on her ex, and within no time he emailed back saying, "I really, really need you. Your absence has made me physically ill. I just can't be without you. I want us to be together forever." At this point, Samantha had helped more than 659 women from all walks of life, ranging from 18 to 88 years old, and had a huge list of women waiting for one-on-one coaching. But she quickly realized that she didn't have enough hours in a day to help everyone, even though she was desperate to do just that. So after a lot of thinking and racking up her brain day and night, she finally had a solution. Over the last 219 days, she has been working day and night on something that will be the most valuable course you'll ever get your hands on. Introducing the Pull Your Ex Back online course. And since you're here viewing this video, you have a very rare opportunity to get your hands on this course right now. This is so exciting and easy to learn that you'll be able to watch, absorb, and use everything in just a few minutes from now. And with nothing more than simple little questions, you'll have your ex chasing after you like a man possessed. Prepare yourself, because here is a tiny sample of what you're about to discover. Is your ex just not ready to answer your calls or texts? Just try my curiosity builder question on him once, and watch he innocently falls into this impulsive trance that'll make him feel such strong urges that he'll call you 1,000 times just to hear your voice once. Try the "miss me now" question on him, and watch how he suddenly finds himself missing you so badly that every moment away from you will be like pure hell and torture for him. Now all day he will look for reasons to meet you, see you, and find some excuse to reappear in your life again. Has it been years since the breakup and you feel like there is no hope? Try my gift of good feelings question before anything else. This triggers that deep biological urge within him, making him reel with so much hunger for you that he'll find it hard to understand why he ever let you go. Because now he won't be able to stop chasing you even if you push him away. Is he dating or committed to someone else now? Try my positive jealousy question just once, and notice how he just can't see himself being with any other woman but you. This activates the biological chase instinct present in every man that'll keep him monogamous to you. Heck, even if he had to choose between you and a Victoria's Secret supermodel, now he'd happily pick you. Did you beg or plead and feel you've ruined your chances completely? The emotional cleanup question will make him feel that you're the only woman who actually gets what he needs. He will begin to miss the memories he once shared with you, and his stomach will churn with guilt for ever letting you go, leaving him no other option but to chase you for life. I'll also show you the emotion reboot question. His mind will now replay all the amazing moments you two spent together like a beautiful movie, and all his negative memories of you will rapidly fade away into the background until he feels strong urges to run to your house and almost beg you to take him back. Stuck with a man who can't decide between you and another woman? I'll reveal how by texting him 3 innocent phrases, you can make him fight for your attention like a wild jungle animal. This evokes a relentless craving inside him that is so urgent that he'll completely forget every other woman, making you his only true obsession. Did you cheat or was the breakup completely your fault? Don't worry. My U-turn question will delete all unwanted history from his memory, and he will desperately need more of you in his life than ever before. Within no time, he will feel this weird, uncomfortable loneliness, which won't leave him alone unless he breaks up with that new woman and gets back with you. I'll also show you a secret way to seduce your ex that leaves him hopelessly addicted to you overnight. The moment you use this on him, your face will magically appear on the canvas of his mind. In a flash, he'll feel a sudden rush of electric desire pushing in and out of his stomach, until he'll feel completely mesmerized by you, unable to draw back and unable to resist you. Is he wishy-washy around you and you aren't sure if he'll stay or leave? My social proof question will make him cling to you, fight for your attention, and fixate on you all at the same time. Now he'll feel that his emotions are completely locked with yours, making him feel bonded to you for life. And he'll give you 1,001 reasons why you are destined to be with him. I can keep talking for another 5 hours, but that still won't be enough to cover every amazing thing that you'll learn in this course. So now the question is, are you ready? Are you ready to use this on that one special man and not only just get him back, but turn into his ultimate obsession? You don't know this yet, but Ryan charges upwards of $300 per hour for every private client. But he wanted to make this more accessible for regular hardworking women, so his first decision was to price this at $300. But as an introductory experiment and for a very short amount of time, I've convinced him to do something that might cause his clients to be extremely furious, because you won't have to shell out even a fraction of what they had to pay to learn this. Here is what I mean. Ryan and I have decided that you aren't going to pay $300 for this program. You aren't even going to pay $200. In fact, as crazy as this sounds, you can have the complete Pull Your Ex Back course right now for only $97. But wait, if you promise to act right now, which means by the end of this very video, I'll knock off another 60% and you can have the whole course for a one-time only payment of just $39. Yes, that's correct. You get it all for a one-time payment of just $39. You save $261 from the original $300 price tag, and that's a colossal 85% discount. But wait, this discount isn't going to stay forever. You see, Ryan just can't afford to keep this live forever, because he is giving you everything for a fraction of the price other women had to pay. So this is a part of an introductory offer for the first few women only. It's possible that you might come back after a few hours and find that the price has gone up to $300. Or worse, it's possible that we might shut down access to this course soon, maybe even today. We just can't promise anything. So act now, or you might miss your one and only chance forever. I know this sounds like an incredible deal, but Ryan wants to make this even easier. Here is what I mean. Download the Pull Your Ex Back program right now and just casually look over the fun, simple, and ridiculously effective questions. Experience in real time how that ex feels completely mesmerized by your soul, smitten by your personality, and fascinated by you to the point that his heart won't stop racing whenever you're around. If over the next 60 days you don't notice that your ex suddenly feels so tempted that he starts to chase you around like a man possessed and comes back immediately, or you don't like this program for any reason, although I can almost guarantee that is truly impossible, you can just send us an email and we'll happily return every single penny you invested in this course. You must be thinking, why are we being so generous? That's because Ryan values your goodwill more than he values the money. He knows that the moment you use this course, you'll be so thrilled that you will happily admit that this was the best investment you've ever made. So here's what you need to do now. Simply click the Add to Cart button below and we'll guide you through the whole checkout process. We accept credit card, debit card, or PayPal, and the whole process is extremely simple and completely safe. In fact, it's far more secure than using your credit card at a restaurant or a mall. Once you enter your payment details, you will be instantly taken to a download page where you will be given immediate access to the complete Pull Your Ex Back program. Good enough? All right, now we're at a stage where you need to make a choice and you have only two choices. The first choice, leave this page, completely forget everything you heard or saw. Assume I never told you about Pull Your Ex Back, and let the next woman take advantage of this rare opportunity. By doing this, you'll instantly know that it was the worst mistake of your life because you might never get your ex back and might have to see him slip away into the arms of another woman. And although it makes me really sad to say this, you might never ever experience the true love you've always desired. Sounds awful, right? Well, it doesn't have to be, because you can make the completely painless, smart, and the most correct choice, which is the second choice, by clicking the Add to Cart button below and enrolling in the Pull Your Ex Back program right now. Once you do that, you can finally sit back, relax, and enjoy as that ex who was never going to come back feels so obsessed with you that he'll call, cry, beg, and do everything to have you give him just one last chance. And you understand that you have full 60 days to test drive this program. Therefore, you are at absolutely zero risk. The whole course is extremely fun and ridiculously easy. I am really not kidding. Even if you don't go through the whole course and only casually scan it, you'll still be able to pull him back. With the risk-free guarantee, you get 60 full days to test drive this program. Therefore, you have absolutely nothing to lose. And once again, I could go on, but I believe you've heard enough. So go hit that Add to Cart button below, and I'll see you on the inside.